Homelessness has played a big role in New York today. In recent years, homelessness in New York City has reached the highest levels since the Great Depression of the 1930s. In November 2015, there were 59,000 homeless people, including 14,000 homeless families with 23,000 homeless children, sleeping each night in the New York City municipal shelter system. Families comprise nearly four-fifths of the homeless shelter population. More than 109,000 different homeless men, women, and children sleep in the New York City municipal shelter system. This includes nearly 42,000 different homeless New York City teens. Many of the teens who are homeless are either victims or become witnesses of violence outside in the streets. In 2014, homeless American teens experienced a 23% increase in violence compared with the year before. Many of the homeless teens either become victims or witnesses of the violence that occur outside in the streets. One of the many known activists for the homeless was Mitch Snyder. Mr. Snyder joined a group that seek to humanize the homeless people. The group that Mr. Snyder joined was called the Community for Creative Nonviolence, also known as the CCNV. Mitch Snyder fought for the property title of the current downtown site to be transferred to the city of the District of Columbia. Mr. Snyder was able to help break the deadlock and grant the city the property title and $6.5 million for renovations for the property of the shelters. Mr. Snyder saw how badly violence affected the homeless, and which made him fight for new shelters. Here's one of the many teenagers who were affected by this, Emmanuel Mejia, and this is his story.
Back in freshman year, my house was caught on fire due to a minor gas pipe explosion. During the time of me living in my homeless shelter, I spent most of my time outside because I wasn't given any air conditioner, no cable, or anything like that. So I spent most of my time playing basketball outside or interacting with my friends. Me hanging around outside of the homeless shelter, the neighborhood wasn't as pleasant as you would think. There was a lot of people in the streets, a lot of kids my age selling drugs,